Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new amazing Doctor Who review for today. For this Doctor review, I'm going to be reviewing the brand new remastered of Doctor Who Series 2, which comes in this fantastic box set with Series 1 to 4 remastered. So I've already done my review on Series 1 and I give it such a good positive review, so I thought I'd take my time with Series 2, watch every single episode, and of course the upscaling and how it sounds and stuff. And I kind of want to talk about a bit about Series 2 because everybody who's been watching my channel knows this is my least favourite season of Doctor Who. Now, it is called Series 2, but I like to call it Season 28. So I'm going to take out this fantastic box set and then put the disc on the side and then see what I think about the whole remastered. So talking about the remastered of Series 2. So what can I say about it? Well, like Series 1 has had amazing work during through basically the remastered versions. And I absolutely love Series 1. Series 1, it was my second time of the year last year, 2023, that I rewatched Series 1 or Season 27, like I call it, because I absolutely love Christopher Eccleston's Doctor. So Series 2 to me, again, as I said in my review early last year about it, before the remastered was even announced, Series 2 kind of feels so much like the Doctor is just basically taking Rose on to dates, and then you have that horrible love triangle going on between the Doctor, Rose and Mickey. And then you have Rose's jealousy with Sarah Jane. And then, of course, if you look past that, and you go really past that, some of the episodes are really, really good in quality. If you can look past the whole lovey-dovey stuff and the whole romantic side. And I kind of want to talk about some of the episodes that I really do enjoy watching this remastered, and what episodes I think looks absolutely brilliant and stunning through it. Because you can tell it's really been upscaled from the STD version that we had on the original Blu-ray releases. And so, points across. If you haven't got this set, I would say go and get it, because Series 1's amazing. Series 2 looks absolutely brilliant and stunning, but it's still my least favourite season of Doctor Who of all time. Now, some people say, what is my big issue with Series 2? So, I'm going to tell you. The Christmas Invasion, no matter how much it looks really, really good in pure HD and with this whole remastered version, it looks brilliant with the whole cigarette spaceship and the Doctor having that sword fight with the cigarettes. Yeah, I just get a little bit bored during the episode because the Doctor basically spends a lot of time in the actual episode sitting in bed, and he doesn't really do nothing until around about the last 10 to 15 minutes of the episode. Which is something I just don't really generally think the Doctor should really do. If you compare this to other, like, post-regeneration stories to the other Doctors, like from basically Troughton onwards, this is definitely the weak story for a post-regeneration story. And for those who love it, I'm sorry, but I just physically do not enjoy the Christmas Invasion. I have got the Target book. I'm literally going to sit down and read that later this year and then see what I think about the Target book and what is the better version, the actual screen version that we got through the DVDs and Blu-rays, released, or do I prefer the Target novelization of the book? So, then of course we have, oh my god, the most boring, stupid episode of the series. And we're not even getting into the later part of the series, which is just terrible. So then, of course, we go into New Earth. Yeah, okay, we have the return of Lady Cassandra, and she looks absolutely brilliant in the remastered version. The story itself, I cannot get past it. I mean, I literally get so bored with this one. I mean, yeah, there is some good funny moments between David Tennant and Billy Piper with Cassandra jumping through their bodies and stuff. I just don't really get full-on connected with this episode. I prefer Gridlock for a New Earth story. I mean, for this New Earth story, it's not entertaining as much as it should be. It's, for a series opener, it feels like a middle series episode. It really feels like this episode should be in the middle, not an opening to the series. And that's just me personally saying that, and I don't really care for it. Then, of course, jumping into Teeth and Claw. amazing. Flat out amazing. Teeth and Claw looks absolutely brilliant. The werewolf design really looks a little bit dated now that we are in 2024. But it's still quite good for 2006 timescale. I still quite enjoy the werewolf. I think it's brilliant. The Doctor and Rose don't really get on my nerves as much as they have done in the last 2 episodes with the Christmas Invasion. I really don't care with Rose crying over the Doctor saying, oh, he left me, Mum, he left me. I don't really care for the lovey-dovey stuff going on between the Doctor and Rose in this episode because it's not really much like a main focus in this episode. I mean, the werewolf is absolutely brilliant and fantastic. I really do enjoy the actress that plays Queen Victoria. I think she plays Sarah Kingdom in season 3 in the Daleks Master Plan. I think that's the same actress. And I actually did quite enjoy it. So talking about the next episode, aka Score Reunion. Now this one, I actually enjoyed a lot more this time. I always do enjoy this one, but when you're watching the remastered version, the Quillitanes look absolutely brilliant. They look stunning. They look amazing. I really like the whole detailing on Elizabeth Sladen and K9's faces. Again, this story does bring back 2 classic companions for the first time, and technically for a very long time, this is the only time a classic companion does return, because Sarah Jane basically stays for the most of the 10th Doctor era, until we get to the Whittaker, the 14th Doctor of Tennant, and Ncuti Gatwa. We have the return of some other classic companions, which I'm really happy about. For the start of Return of Classic Companions, I wish we kind of had a bit more Classic Companions return during the series after this one. But it's absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely amazing. I love Anthony Head as Mr. Finch. I think he's a fantastic villain. And I just actually quite enjoy it. The Girl in the Fireplace. As much, again, this story fits so much for the whole lovey-dovey stuff between the Doctor and Rose getting jealous with Madame de Pompadour and all that. This episode is still quite good. I actually did quite enjoy it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's amazing and just pure amazingness. So I do actually quite enjoy this episode more than I have previously done. The Clockwork Droids look absolutely stunning in pure remastered and proper into HD. It looks absolutely brilliant. And the music itself really does shine a lot more in this episode than it does when I watch the other standard Blu-rays. Then, of course, talking about my 2 favourite episodes from this series, and it's a 2-parter. Rise of Summon and Age of Steel. This is a masterpiece. This is a generally masterpiece of a story because I absolutely love the whole parallel world diving in, since basically Doctor Who did that in the classic era with John Pertwee's Doctor in season 7, and it wasn't really touched on until this one. We have a whole new race of Simon from the parallel universe of Earth. I really like John Lunick. I think he's a fantastic villain, and the fact that he's played by Only Fools and Horses actor Roger Leonard Lloyd. I absolutely love him as Trigger in the comedy Only Fools and Horses, but when he's in this one, he's actually really good as the main villain, because he does get converted into the cyber controller and then he just becomes like a Cyberman. But this 2-parter is absolutely brilliant. It really shows the consequence and the fact that really everybody in this parallel universe becomes nearly Cybermen until basically Mickey sends the code to Rose's phone, and Rose passes it to the Doctor and put it into the actual slot. I actually quite enjoy it. Idiot's Lantern. Now, this episode I don't really care for, but the remastered of it, whew, when you got basically the brand new effects, like the whole remaster of the effects for The Wire when she's there screaming hungry and she's taking people's faces, it actually looks a lot stunning. It looks absolutely brilliant, amazing, and more even stunning. I just quite enjoy that stuff. The episode itself, it's very, very meh. I have got a review to do on this episode because I don't really enjoy it, but I really like the remastered version of it. Then, of course, we jump into the Impossible Planet and Satan's Pit, my second favourite 2-parter of the season. And I actually quite enjoy it. I mean, for me to sit here and say what is my favourite episodes, I mean, it's literally all the 2-parters. I mean, Rise of the Age of Steel, the Impossible Planet, Satan's Pit, and Omnibus Doomsday, because they're all 2-parters, they are 3 stories. They're the best stories of the entire season of season 28, aka series 2. I absolutely do love this one. I mean, the whole remastered of it, it really makes the story stand out a lot more. It makes it feel so much brilliant, and it feels like rewatching this. It's like me watching it for the first time in 2006 when it was being broadcast on BBC One. And going back to it now, I mean, watching it on the DVD and the previous Blu-rays, I never thought it would make it stand out more than it already does in my memory. But, ooh, watching this one, it stands out a hell of a lot more. Absolutely, it does stand out a lot more, which is absolutely brilliant and amazing. Then, of course, we jump into, oh my God, Love and Monsters. The one with Peter Kay dressed in green with faces all over his body, and he's running around the streets of London in his undercrackers. What can I say about it? The remastered, it's good. I don't really care for this episode. I don't really care for the Linda lot. I don't really care for the Asorbaloft. I'm so glad basically the Asorbaloft has not returned. Not his own race has returned. Clom has in series 4, but I don't really care for this creature. I really find it so. When you watch classic Doctor Who and you think some of their monsters are silly, let me just say, if you think classic Doctor Who monsters are silly, then look no further, because this one's way more sillier than some of the stuff we've had in Classic Who. Classic Who is literally the bomb. This one, with Peter Kay dressed in green and the Soberloft running around in undercrackers, not compared. If you look at the Naimon, if you look at Axos or the Crinoids, they look absolutely stunning. When you look at this one, it's like, what the hell? Yeah, I'm literally like, oh, I have so many issues with this episode, and I have got a review to do on Love and Monsters, and that will be coming out later this year, because I just physically want me to kind of get to the rest of the box set before I keep coming back to some of the episodes in this, because I have got a massive review on this story and how much of a trash episode it actually is. Fear Her, actually quite good. I do quite enjoy Fear Her. I love the Olympics of 2012. I love the fact we have the 10th Doctor carrying the Olympic flame, where basically in real life we had the 11th Doctor actor, Matt Smith, do it. So it's actually kind of cool that there's like a little bit of a paleo sort of thing going on. I love the Isolus. I think they're brilliant. The way the remaster makes it look absolutely stunning when it literally leaves Chloe Webber and goes back into its ship. Again, looks absolutely stunning and brilliant. And then, of course, we have the finale episode, the fantastic two-parter, Army of Ghosts and Doomsday. This, to me, it is a good series finale. We say goodbye to Billy Piper Rose, aka the lovey-dovey stuff. I would like to say leaves at the end of this season, and you could just go bye, but it doesn't, because of the whole rebound situation between the Doctor and Martha in the next series. And I've got to give series 3 a rewatch. I probably enjoy series 3 a lot more later on than I do, because I do enjoy series 3 a bit later on. Some of the first episodes, like the first half, is a bit. Army of Ghosts and Doomsday. So what can I say for the remastered? Well, it really does stand out and looks so much better than it previously did in the original Blu-rays. I absolutely love the ghosts, really, when they come through. I absolutely love it. The music itself really does stand out, because Maury Gold really gives us some cracking themes. We have the Doomsday theme, the Cybermen theme is absolutely brilliant. It really makes the Cybermen so creepy and scary. I love the Torchwood music we have in this one. When I really love some of the music where it goes with they find the police box in the car park and they watch it dematerialize in the local park. I actually did quite like that scene. I absolutely, be honest with you, I absolutely love this two-parter. It's absolutely brilliant and amazing. And I've already done my review on this one back last year, and I'm not going to do an update on that review, because this is just a flipping cracking story. I really wish they would have left Billy Piper at the end of the parallel universe. There was no point bringing her back into series 4. But series 4 is still amazing. Don't get me wrong, I still love series 4. This one, yeah, I really do think it's. So, what, in my own opinion, what do I think of the remastered? Well, remastering these episodes look absolutely brilliant and amazing, and I absolutely love them. The biggest complaints is with some of the stories itself. I don't care for some of the episodes in this season. And I'm not a big hater of Series 2. I mean, I absolutely love Rise of Summer, Age of Steel. I love The Impossible Planet and Satan's Pit. I love Army, Ghosts and Doomsday. And, of course, I love Score Reunion. But then we have... Oh, and I do love Teeth and Claw. But then after that, we do have some piles of really trashy episodes, like the Christmas Invasion, New Earth, The Idiot's Lantern, then, of course, you know, skull, the girl in the fireplace, even though it looks stunning and amazing, but it still feels much like a lovey-dovey sort of storyline. And then, of course, we have the, the very, very terrible and wasted opportunity of Peter Kay in Love and Monsters. And then, of course, we have, as everybody knows it, we have the Isolus. The remasters are absolutely brilliant. I love the remasters. I love the fact, even though I'm rewatching the episodes, I physically do not enjoy. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate any of these episodes. I just physically don't enjoy them as some other people do. To me, Series 2, it is definitely the weak season / series out of all of Doctor Who. Out of all 39 seasons, this is definitely the weakest one. I don't think I'm ever going back to rewatch this one for a very long time. I really don't think. I think if they were going to bring in the original, like the New Who one from 2005 to 2022 into the collection range, I'll probably rewatch it then. If they do some more like special things for it, like with Behind the Sofa and stuff. But personally, I don't think that will happen. So I won't go back and revisit this series. I don't think. I think once a year. I think 2025 will be the next time I give this series a bit of a rewatch. Because at the moment, even though I do love the remasters and I think they are brilliant, I just don't care for some of the stories in this episode. I mean, the remasters really makes it all stand out. To me, this is the best Series 2 has looked in a very long time to me. It's the best it looks in a very long time. But I just don't like some of the stories in this series. It just feels like a load of drivel and stuff. So yeah, Doctor Who Series 2 review, aka of the remasters. And I like the remastered episodes. I really love them. I think it makes the episodes stand out. So if you haven't picked up this box set, I would highly recommend so, because I've already done my review and how good Series 1 is. So Series 2, yeah, it's time. I probably am going to enjoy watching the last three seasons, well, the last three Blu-rays in this set of the casings with Series 3, 4 and the specials. But there again, though, the specials does have the End of Time, which is my least favourite Regeneration episode, and the whiny 10th Doctor in there. I'm so glad that I really do enjoy the 14th Doctor a hell of a lot more. I do prefer David Tennant as the 14th Doctor more than I do for the 10th Doctor. So yeah, let me, if you have seen this remastered, let me know in the comments what your basic thoughts on it. Where do you normally stand on Series 2 if you haven't seen the remastered? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for more awesome cracking Doctor Who videos.